It's Luke and Naomi.
All right, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and happy Monday.
Happy Monday, yeah.
Happy Dallas Cowboys Victory Monday.
Happy Halloween.
And happy Halloween.
Can't forget that.
Everybody's scared of the Dallas Cowboys anyway, so Halloween,
oh, my goodness.
All
yeah,
of that. Look,
okay.
We had a plan, and I just blew right past it because of the Dallas Cowboys. And I
That's
forgot all about
right.
it. Should have wrote it down on the sheet. That's what
You
I should have done.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween. If you can't tell, Naomi's voice is going to be a little scary today.
It is. It actually isn't too bad. It's gotten so much better.
Much better.
I completely lost my voice the other day, which was just ridiculous. Like, I couldn't even whisper. I was just like this every time I talked. It was
pretty
so bad. Ugh. So I'm dealing with some kind of cold, something that's going around. Apparently, like, everybody's got this right now. I don't even know what it is, but Luke's got people at work who's been sick.
Oh, yeah. A friend of mine's a school teacher. He said she's got, or his wife is a school teacher. Wow. He said 9 kids a day have been out of her class because of this, like, cold thing that's going around.
I didn't even talk to my parents because my family is sick right now. And, I mean, they're 1,000 miles away. And still, something is going around, but I'm on the tail end of this. I'm starting to feel better, so that's good.
So we didn't have a show last week.
Because I'm a baby.
You probably know. My folks were in town. We had the whole wedding situation. We'll get to a little bit more of that. But the second they walked out the door, Naomi started feeling not good.
Yeah.
Which is the opposite of how that's supposed to go down when you got, the in-laws in town.
That's right. I was supposed to feel sick, day one, and then just be like, look, I'm crashing on the couch. You guys go explore. But no, I was fine the entire time, and it was just like the last day that they were here. I was just feeling a little tired out, and all of a sudden it was like, oh no, I think I'm actually sick. Like, I'm not just tired. This sucks.
Yeah, so she took the week off and everything, relaxed, tried to recuperate, and then Friday night, self-inflicted. We went to a beer festival. She was feeling better.
Listen here, okay. Even if I wasn't feeling the tiniest bit better, which I was, I paid big money for those tickets.
Yeah, they were expensive.
I am not wasting that. So, unfortunately, on top of being sick and just slowly starting to feel better, we went out. It was cold. It was rainy.
My mom's just screaming at the
radio.
We're
drinking alcohol outside at night
with friends,
of course. Yeah, you know.
That's then the voice is just gone.
Oh yeah, because then trying to talk over everybody else and talk over the music, then I lost the voice. Then I just started feeling bad again, which I knew was a bad idea. But again, paid big money for those tickets. I'm not wasting those dollars. Nope, not gonna happen.
So
I will be sick.
Nice recuperating weekend, and
yeah.
We got the voice back a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Still might have to have a little bit shorter of a show. We'll see how that goes. You know how we
Depends on how fired up you get me.
Well, we don't have any robots to talk about this episode.
Okay, then we should be fine. We'll see what happens.
Should be okay. But
no ghost stories either, right?
Ooh, no ghost stories. That's what we really dropped the ball this Halloween.
No, we did not.
Loved it. If you're new to Luke and Naomi, if you're not a listener from back in the days of the morning show, we used to ask about ghost stories around Halloween. It's my favorite thing because inevitably people have some cool, creepy stories. How embellished or how real, whatever, but they would tell them on air, and
I did not like this at all.
You got some gems.
I would just be so creeped out. I was so thankful that we did this in the morning, so I had like the whole day to kind of like get these thoughts out of my head. But so many times, like, just creepy images I would see from the stories that people had said, and I'm like, no, I can't do the ghost stories. It's just too much for me.
And being out west, it was much easier to get into that spirit with, the one that really stood out to me was the guy who said that just a cowboy just walked right through his living room.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, that's
really
so creepy.
Anyway, we shoulda.
No.
Shoulda didn't.
No. I'm glad we didn't.
Well,
everybody does ghost stories. We're switching it up. We're being different.
We had some goofy Halloween stuff coming up too, and all that stuff. But the family was in town last week, and look at that. And
I'm gonna try not to do that too much.
We had some fun.
We did. We had a blast. We did more like touristy stuff with your family in town than Luke and I have done since we've moved here.
Really. We had the time. We had the energy. We wanted to show them around, show off our new city and all of that stuff. So we did some really cool things. We did the whole downtown there's a lot of stuff in Wilmington, which is cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you got the downtown, you got the river, you got the beach, and all that stuff. So we got to cover a ton of ground there.
Yeah, absolutely. The downtown area got me all excited for Christmas now because I want to do most of my Christmas shopping down there. Yeah. I'm really excited about that. There's like 5 million shops. Like, it's gonna take until Christmas to find the shop that I actually want to spend all my money in. There's just so many options.
Get a little bit of time it,
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do.
Either way, I foresee some long weekends ahead.
Oh yes, absolutely, long days and weekends.
Oh man, we had some great beer.
We did.
Visited a couple of places in town we haven't visited. We brought them to some favorite places. Mm-hmm. Checked out the Bar Czar. If you're in Wilmington and you haven't been to the Bar Czar,
go there. Go there when you first stop at Fermental, grab a beer or two, then head over to the Bar Czar.
Loosen up a little bit first.
And then get a beer there and some food. I don't know what you'll get, but just go and ask for some food.
They do have some tacos.
They do.
Shout out to Chef Jerry. I forget his last name, and it's been killing me.
Oh, I don't remember.
But his first name, he says, was Jerry. Yeah. And man, that kid can cook. He's got some good stuff. We had some samples from him before because we were again at the place next door. It's called Fermental. And so this time it's like, hell, let's go over there, see what we can get from that kid. That stuff was great.
Yeah.
We walked in, Naomi, myself, my mom, and Bitch and Dan. Bitch and Dan took 3 steps in the place and noped out.
Yeah, he was like, nope, I'm going to like a regular restaurant.
That was fantastic. Yeah. But we stuck around, so we're looking for the taco window, and we don't see anybody around to cook, nor a place to order. So, again, the Bar Czar is bizarre.
Yeah.
It's just an old dive. It reminds me of hanging out in my garage when we were kids. It really does.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden we hear somebody go, yo, y'all hungry? And I was like, yeah, we are.
Yeah.
And this kid popped up out of a chair wearing a backpack.
Yep.
Ran around to the kitchen, goes, you want tacos? You want me to make you something special?
We were like, make us something special.
Make
what
us
do you
something
got?
special. He turns around, goes back in the kitchen. You think he'd take the backpack off?
Nope.
He did not.
Nope.
That's how you knew it was going to be good.
Oh, it was so good.
It was like some Anthony Bourdain, TV show stuff where he used to say, if there's an animal sleeping out in front of a restaurant, then
it's good.
This one, if the chef doesn't even bother taking off his backpack, he's going to cook you something good because he's got all that confidence.
It was really good. It was a great experience, and it was just Bar Czar. It really was
crazy. I can't imagine being there if it's like packed or something big's going on because it's got to be absolutely nuts.
I kind of want to be there for that.
We'll have to check it out at some point. So that was definitely a highlight of. So the parents got into town Wednesday night. We did Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday.
Yeah.
Here in Wilmington, then had to go down to Oak Island, about 45 minutes away, for the weekend wedding.
Yeah.
Which was a complete and utter shit show.
It actually turned out really great.
It was fantastic.
The wedding itself was just so beautiful. It really was. And we loved giving Luke's cousin a hard time about this whole wedding.
Oh yeah.
Just because it was set up with 9 bridesmaids and 9
There were
grooms.
9 people on either side.
Yeah, and it seemed so hectic, and it seemed like nobody had any idea what was going on, and I'm like, well, this is going to be a disaster, and it ended up being so beautiful. It was perfect.
It really was. They pulled it off.
I give them so much credit, and I feel terrible for ever doubting them, but it's so funny to talk to them because they're like, no, everything just kind of everything was out of place and all this kind of stuff, and it's like you couldn't tell.
Right,
it just looked good
from the outside looking in.
Yeah,
it looked like they nailed it, and and these are the cousins that we stayed with when we moved to Wilmington, so we knew, that they had some ambitious plans, and I was like, man, good luck to y'all for pulling it off.
Yeah,
Naomi and I bailed out of having our own wedding, so I can't speak to actually trying to pull it off.
Right.
But
they did, and it was beautiful, and it was such a great wedding. It was it was a tearjerker. Oh my goodness! I don't think I've ever seen so many people crying at a wedding, which made it even more special.
There was a lot of love there. That was cool.
It was cute.
It really was. That was definitely a highlight of the wedding itself. Was all that, and then of course the party afterwards. I got to see a whole bunch of family that I haven't seen since you moved. Before we moved to New Mexico. So people I kind of missed when we were at home just for short windows and stuff. So really cool to get to hang out.
Reconnect
And then
all
and
that.
to party with the family, too.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. And then highlight for me, Friday night, we get to Oak Island. We get to the Airbnb that we were staying at.
Yeah.
The four of us and then the two brothers. We all, we decided, we need some snacks for the weekend, stuff like that. Let's go out and get that. Naomi and I went to one store. My brothers went to Walmart. And we get back. We're kind of putting everything away. Got the TV on. We're going to play some cards. I look out the window. I'm like, oh, it looks like there's police out there. I wonder what's going on.
Yeah.
And, so of course we start making the jokes. The brothers weren't back yet. They're like, oh, I wonder if they got pulled over. Ha ha. So the brothers get back pulling. I'm like, see the cops out there? They're like, yeah. He pulled me over. And I'm like, no, he didn't. I didn't think he was serious. And
That was so crazy too, because when Luke's brother said, yeah, he pulled me over, I thought he was just messing with everybody.
Exactly.
I had no idea. And then it was like, oh no, he got a speeding ticket.
Poor kid.
Poor kid.
Sorry to bring it up, Maddie, but that is hilarious.
I know. No matter what he does, he can't get, like, we just kept bringing it up like every single day. And he's like, will you guys stop already? And we're like, yeah, we're sorry. And then, like, we'd get a beer in us and then start talking about it again. The poor kid had to relive getting this ticket the entire time he was here.
We had some fun after that, though. We were in for the night, so we had a couple of drinks. We were able to walk down to where the uncle was staying. Mm-hmm. Uncle David, haven't seen him in forever. And that's where a bunch of my other cousins were staying. So we hung out there for a little bit. And while we were there, apparently for an hour, it just went off on my whole family. You know how you do that thing?
Yeah.
Drunk uncle? That's all. All set off by my little cousin telling me that she got $60 from the damn Tooth Fairy.
That would set me off too, though, honestly.
For your whole mouth?
Yeah, for real. Did you lose all your teeth at once?
Oh.
$60?
Yeah, I had a couple beers in me and just went, what the hell's the matter with you people?
That's right.
For about an hour.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. I really had so much fun that weekend. It was great.
It was a really good weekend. It was a great time to see, again, people that we haven't seen for a long time. The worst part about all of it just is being sick now, you know? Like, I've been trying to shake this for a week now. But besides that, I mean, it was great.
Absolutely, definitely. Came back on Sunday. Everybody left me alone while I watched the Cowboys beat up on the Lions.
That's right.
Happy Victory Monday for that one, too, by the way.
Yeah.
And then Monday, we did another little jaunt around town and the whole farewell deal. And that was all kinds of sad, but really happy to see the folks and glad everybody came down, like you said. So that was cool. Then Naomi's sick and had to skip last week. And now here we are.
Yeah.
That's the whole explanation.
That is.
About that. All right. So it is Monday. It's Halloween. I figured I'd dust off an old favorite, some random facts.
All right.
And if you're starting your day, it's some random facts to start your day.
That's right.
So let's see here. That's not the right one. There we go. Okay. Some random facts. Did you know? Your daily dose of did you know? That's what I used to say, wasn't it?
Yes.
I like it. You think I would remember. But no, here we are.
You did remember, though. It just took a second.
It took a second.
Yeah.
So did you know a study estimated the average American child collects between 3,500 and 7,000 calories of candy on Halloween?
Ooh, lucky them.
Absolutely. I am really, they asked me at work if we were ready for trick-or-treaters. I don't know how that works here, if they did it over the weekend when we were at home or something like that. But
no, I just assume there's people standing outside of their apartment doors right now with bowls of candy, and you just peek in and see who's there.
All I could think of was how much I want to just throw a costume on and go get some candy.
Oh.
We could probably throw something together, right?
I thought you meant to hand out candy.
There's a mask or two around the house still, I imagine.
There is, yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, you know what? I'm about it after we get done here. Mm-hmm. All right. Did you know trick-or-treating was also inspired by a tradition called mumming from the Middle Ages? Now, slow down. People dressed up as ghosts and demons went door-to-door performing songs and scenes from plays in exchange for food and drinks.
No, we took all that out. We got lazy. Just knock on the door. Give me candy, please. Okay.
Wow, man. What if you flub a line or something like that? Do you get lesser candy?
You might. I don't know.
You lost the full-size bar.
That's right. You can have this fun-size one.
And it's a mound.
You messed up again. I'm taking a bite out of it. Here you go.
Did you know Halloween originated in Ireland? And some of the customs there include eating barmbrack. B-A-R-M-B-R-A-C-K. Barmbrack.
Ew. Doesn't sound appetizing.
Which is a traditional fruitcake.
Oh, back to the fruitcakes again.
Yeah,
I do remember
Mountain
talking
Dew
about
flavored from last episode, yeah. Did you know? Oh, wait, hold on. They also lit off fireworks and had huge bonfires.
All right.
I'm here for fireworks for every holiday.
Yeah.
I would love that. Did you know in Germany it's tradition for people to hide their knives on Halloween night? The idea is to prevent returning spirits from getting injured. All Hallows Eve and that whole
That's still
thing.
Weird and a little unsettling.
You
I
don't want
don't
them
like
to get
that.
injured. You don't want them to get injured.
Well,
All right, and lastly, did you know Americans used to celebrate the holiday by sending Halloween cards?
like Valentine's Day cards, but Halloween cards?
I guess so. In the early 1900s.
Beautiful.
Halloween cards were about as popular as Christmas cards.
Really?
That is a trip right there.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Okay.
I kind of want to make a Halloween card now, but it's a little late. I've got, 3 hours?
Yeah.
No, I've got 5 hours. Plenty of time.
Hurry up and start whipping one up online so you can make an e-Halloween card.
Oh, yeah.
And then you'll do that. All right, now I'm looking for the other thing I had here. Where was I? Oh, so I found this really neat story that goes right along with Halloween and
very fitting for it being Halloween.
Spooky and ghost stories. And I know you don't want to talk ghost stories, but what about Ouija boards?
Not a fan either, but okay.
Do they freak you right out? The whole idea, all that stuff?
The idea of it. Like, I've never messed with one, and I'm not about to. Again, I feel like that's just, it's one of those asking for trouble kind of things. So I like to just stay away from all of that.
All right, so, much like, kind of taking the sting out of stuff, what I've got is a pretty cool story about the origin of the Ouija board.
Okay.
That I think by the time you're done with it, you realize how it is just
a game. Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be a game.
And also, it involves me talking for a while, which I don't hate.
Wow.
But I figured it would be perfect for right now, give your voice a rest for a minute or two.
Sounds good, yeah.
So check this out. The Strange Business of the Ouija Board is what this article is called. It's by Juliet Bennett Ryla. I just want to throw the credit out there, of course.
That's nice of you.
But America's infamous witch trial, 1692, Salem, of course, now kind of a commercialized ode to Halloween and stuff like that. But there's a museum up there that has all kinds of stuff, including the history of the Ouija board. Walls and glass cases and all that, they're called talking boards or witch boards originally, devices that supposedly allow people to communicate with spirits. Okay, so if you don't know how a Ouija board works, it's labeled with the alphabet and numbers 0 through 9 and the words yes, no, and some variation of goodbye. The player asks the board a question, an indicator mysteriously moves across the board spelling out an answer.
Right.
Of course, we know them as Ouija boards, but Ouija is a brand like Kleenex or Tupperware or Band-Aid. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Pretty cool, right?
I figured it was someone's name, honestly.
Right.
Ouija.
Well, I guess I'd take the sting out of it a little bit, No, it's just a brand. Think of Coke and Pepsi. Coke probably number 1, Pepsi probably number 2. Not in our house, but anyway. There is no number 2 for the Ouija board. It's according to the museum's owner, John Kozik.
Because no one else wants to be messing with that stuff.
Right. But this guy says he points out other brands in the collection. And he says guests often assume that they won't work as well because they're not quote-unquote official. As though ghosts are, as brand loyal as we are.
Yeah. Well, you never know.
So then he goes on, and between him and another guy, we have this story of how, thanks to combined forces of capitalism mostly, and spiritualism, Ouija became the go-to for communicating with the dead. All right, so, of course, spiritualism is the belief that living can communicate with the dead. It was popular in Europe when it became popular across the U.S. in the mid-19th century.
Okay.
All right, so America's obsession can largely be traced to the Fox sisters of Hydesville, New York, who supposedly interpreted messages from spirits that rapped on furniture and walls. So imagine coming into a darkened room, Naomi and I going, hey, spirits, knock yes, you're knocked twice for yes, and then from across the room, conveniently freaking everybody out and taking all their money, right? But for aspiring mediums without the con, I guess, of knocking on the walls or whatever, they use the talking board. the precursor to the Ouija board. At first, of course, they were something people made themselves. An article dug up in 1886 described how easy the, quote, new scheme for mysterious communication, unquote, was to construct. You just needed a board marked with letters and all that.
Yeah.
And a little planchette, which is French for little plank, to point to them. Users, of course, placed their fingers on it, and we all know how they work.
Yeah.
Among the earlier enthusiasts was a guy called Charles Kennard, a fertilizer entrepreneur in Chestertown, Maryland. He didn't seek answers from the boards as much as profit, okay?
Okay.
So he was one of the guys who's always into, like, a ton of businesses at once, got his fingers in a lot of pies and all of that stuff, and he was looking for some cool opportunity, and he partnered with an undertaker and woodworker to make and sell a dozen or so of the boards. Then suggested that the two of them go into business together, but the other guy didn't see a profit in them, so said no. But Mr. Kennard saw some potential, and he knew people loved all this stuff, and so he kept at it. Anyway, he found some people who were into the business idea, and get your phone call. So he found some people who were into the business idea, got them all together, said, listen, let's do this. Nobody really knows what spurred him to do it other than people were making them, and he was like, why not consolidate all that stuff?
Money is what spurred him to do it. Let's make money off of this. Right. Other people are making money. I want to make money.
That's right. So now it's time to name the thing. Ouija wasn't a word in any language. It's speculated that it may have been a misspelling of Ouida or something like that. Ouida, which is like a code name for a writer.
Okay.
That one of the investors admired. But either way, the name Ouija stuck. So it's basically like just a mistake. Probably a word somebody ran around screaming nonsense.
Yeah. You do that a lot too, so maybe that'll be the next brand of something.
Kennard then incorporated the Kennard Novelty Company in 1890 on October 30th, by the way, with a bunch of investors.
He did that on purpose.
Their mission, selling as many Ouija boards as possible.
Yeah.
And the Ouija board was born. Eventually went on to be bought by Parker Brothers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so now you can get a Ouija board made by Parker Brothers and, try to talk to dead people. Yeah. Pretty cool, right?
Parker Brothers, really?
Yep.
Aren't they the Monopoly people?
They are the Monopoly people.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you get a Ouija board. I'm pretty sure it's still Parker Brothers. Yes. Anyway. That's the story of the Ouija board from old Mr. Kennard.
All right.
Who said, I'm going to take everybody's money.
That's right. It's always all about the money, if you think about it.
He said, you know what? Never mind that knocking on the walls and stuff like that.
We're going to have one just, talk to you and drag your hands around this board.
But to patent the Ouija board to the point where now, from 1890 to now, people are like, no, you couldn't use one of those brands because it's not official.
Again, who knows? Maybe ghosts are biased. You don't know.
Brand loyalty all the way down to the Ouija board.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. All right, so something a little bit more fun than Ouija boards. If you have kids, you're doing the trick-or-treat thing, probably a giant bag of candy in your house somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Most likely, you already have a ritual of going through your kids' candy, stealing the stuff you want, whether it's the candy tax, the mom and dad tax, or what have you.
Or if you just wait till the kids fall asleep and then some of that candy mysteriously goes missing.
That too. But what
that would be my tactic, by the way. Put that out there now. That would be my tactic. Yeah.
It's a reverse tooth fairy.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just take
these really $60 worth.
I know, crazy.
What we have is a list. Someone polled adults and kids between 8 and 14 and looked at what candies we could take that the kids wouldn't care about as much.
Okay.
So you got to get creative here. You go, I'm going to take these because I know the kids won't like them, but they're still good because I know better.
Yeah.
I'm an adult. Like whatchamacallits.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Those are so underrated.
Right?
Whatchamacallits are so good. I remember my friend Katie, her mom, every time we'd go to the, convenience store, she'd always get one of those. And I'm like, ew, why?
Exactly.
Until I had one, and I was like, oh, that's why.
Heck yes.
Yeah.
So whatchamacallits.
Whatchamacallits is a great one.
I'm not a fan of mint and chocolate, but peppermint patties.
Oh, the York peppermint patty. And yes, I'm here for it.
They do like the mini ones for Halloween, right?
Yes,
So that was always, I can't remember. I think my dad liked those, or my grandma, or somebody, but somebody I used to pawn them off on. Here, I don't want these. Get away from the rest of my stuff.
I loved those. Still do.
Peppermint patties.
Great on a s'more.
That's right. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Heath bars are next.
Yes. I love Heath bars and ice cream. So good. The toffee. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Yes.
The toffee. I'm not familiar with Heath bars. You could steal them from me too if you're going through my candy.
Better get out there before we run out of time. Get some trick-or-treating done so I can take your candy.
I've been trying to mentally think of where the masks are in the house, and I think I got the Jason one hanging up in the closet.
I think so.
Go grab that. Mints. I don't know what kind of monster is giving out handfuls of mints, like the kind that you get in restaurants in like the white packaging that my brother loves.
Who's giving out those?
My brother Matthew. Every time we saw those when he was in town, he'd just grab a handful.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of? Anyway.
I honestly thought junior mints. Like if that's the case, then I'll take those. Those
right.
chocolate covered mints.
More chocolate and mint.
Yeah.
Butterfingers.
Oh yeah.
Lay a finger on my butterfinger.
I still to this day hate how much they get stuck in your teeth, but that will not stop me from eating those and just picking at my teeth for like ever afterwards.
For real. Another candy that you could steal from the kids without them really reacting or even realizing. Baby Ruth bars.
Yeah.
I used to like those with the chocolate and the peanuts, and
they're like okay. Those are ones that like I can understand. Like yeah, go ahead and take those because you're not getting Reese's peanut butter cups unless you take them after they're asleep, or again like you said, the mom and dad tax or anything like that. Your kid is not going to give up a Reese's peanut butter cup unless they're just super nice, which I doubt. But it's just not going to happen.
I used to do it preemptively. Here, Pop. Here's a Kit Kat and a Reese's. Leave me alone for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll be over here with this bag.
That's right.
Mixed nuts is another one on the list. Adults can take those. Hey, it's a little bit of a treat and it's nuts. And I don't know.
That's another one. Who's giving out mixed nuts?
That too. Don't do that. Almond Joys, if you like the almond and the coconut.
Yep, I do remember as a kid pawning off all the Almond Joy and Mounds bars. Here you go. Yep. Take them.
Some adult loves dark chocolate and coconut. Here you go. Have them.
Yeah.
And number one on the list, Dove dark chocolate bars.
Yes, absolutely. Your kids don't want that.
Nope, they don't know that Dove is delicious, delicious chocolate.
No, they want all the other stuff. They want the Milky Ways that got the caramel in it and all that. The Snickers with the peanuts and caramel,
Yes.
Fully loaded chocolate bars, not just plain chocolate.
Oh man, but those Dove bars, I'll take them all day. They also looked, this poll also looked at the candies kids like more than adults. So you lay off of these, don't touch these, grown folk. We're looking at Pixie Sticks.
You can have those.
The kids love the Pixie Sticks.
They really do. And I remember loving them as a kid too. But when you get to a certain point, which I believe was like 9th grade, where you go, I'm done with this.
Yeah. When the sugar high starts to end in a headache.
Yeah.
Welch's Fruit Snacks. Those are delicious. I don't know that they really belong on this list, but they are really good.
Yeah. Okay.
Sour Patch Kids.
Oh yeah, you can have those. Those are stupid.
Double Bubble Chewing Gum.
Yeah, you can have that too. I don't want that.
Ring Pops.
Yeah, you can have that. I don't want that.
All the kids, Gummy Bears.
The gummy bears I would take. I have been having a craving for gummy bears now
really?
For like a month. It's been bad.
All right.
I just want gummy bears. So if there was some kid around here that I saw had gummy bears, I'm gonna be taking those.
Nerds.
Yeah, you can have
I
those.
loved the Nerds when I was younger. I could see why kids would, they would rank so high. Airheads, Pop Rocks, and Sour Punch Twists round out the top 10.
Yes, Airheads.
So much.
I got
so much.
I don't know what it was, but I had the chance to have, I don't know if it was like a package of candy or whatever, but there were Airheads in it. And this was probably 10 years ago. And I remember being so excited going, I haven't had an Airhead in so long.
Yeah.
And I bite into this and just go, ugh, this is just sugary, taffy nothingness.
It's just pure sugar.
It wasn't as good as I remembered. I was so disappointed.
Oh, man. But yeah, I used to love the grape and the strawberry. And just...
Wasn't there like a white cherry one?
Yep.
Yeah, I liked that
What was
one.
that, Mystery or something like that?
It might have
Or is
been.
that two different? They could be two different things. I can't exactly remember. But
It was a
were so
long
good.
time ago, you know?
I remember they were 10 cents a piece.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah. I don't care how old that makes me sound. 10 cents a piece. I used to get $1. Yeah. I don't know the math, but I got a bunch of them.
It's 10, by the way.
Oh, cool. Well,
It's
there was
10.
a lot. I just remember there was a lot of them.
It was easy math. What the hell's the matter with you?
The homework this week. We are actually going to keep going next week because I know we didn't do much, pushing it on the Facebook page. We didn't get to talk about it too much either.
We didn't do anything because I was sick and miserable,
and,
and I don't do anything when I'm sick.
Well, I'll take some blame. I forgot to put it up on the Facebook page for a while, too.
That's right. You take the blame for it.
It is up there now. This is a fun one also. We didn't want to keep this one, or we didn't want to blow right by this one and all of that.
Of course not.
It was a lot of fun. I think we've done something similar before, so it was a lot of fun then. It's a lot of fun now. What goofy things can you do in someone's house to confuse them?
Yeah.
Would show up with a present in October.
Lisa.
By the way, this is terrible because it's an inside joke. My mom did bring a present when she showed up, gave it to me, and I said, no, I'll wait till Christmas to open it. It's probably something stupid. But I walked in, and she followed me, watched me put it down on top of the djembe drum she's been asking for to have back for years, and never said a word.
I'm not even worried about any of that. I'm just worried about that present, and I was wondering if, we could get away with opening it without her realizing on Christmas Day that it's missing from our pile of gifts.
Yeah, right?
You know? Just all of a sudden, hey, didn't I get you something else? No. Well, there's nothing else here. Just kind of curious what's in it, and the fact that I got to stare at it for 2 months, you know?
Well, then we could also put it to a vote if everybody thinks we should open it now or wait till Christmas.
Oh my gosh, yes! Everybody vote that we should open it so Lisa gets really mad. Sorry to my mother-in-law, but I want to open the gift. I'm curious.
All right. So, throw that
It's not
on there,
even
too.
for me, is it? It's just for you.
It's got, the way that it's wrapped, it's, there's something in the box and it's flopping around a whole bunch, so it's not anything I want. You know.
It's not anything you want, then I should be able to open it.
I imagine. That's what I would guess. Because, I know my mom and prank gifts, and that's a big thing in the family, so I could really see that being some sort of joke gift that I probably should have opened while they were here, because it would have been funny.
I hope it's something you really want and have no idea, and you think it's a joke, and it's going to be something great.
You know...
We could see if everybody votes that we should open it.
How about me too? Yeah, so everybody vote if we should open it. I'm just comment on the Facebook page. I pinned the post to the top of Luke and Naomi On-Air.
Just write yes,
Facebook.
Open it. That's all you got to write. Yes, open it. If more people say yes, open it, than no, don't open it, then we're going to open it. Sorry, again, Lisa, my mother-in-law. Poor you. You shouldn't have dropped it off, I guess.
Poor Christmas lover.
That's right.
All right, so yeah, you comment on and open it or not, and also tell us what goofy things you can do in someone's house to confuse them. You'll see the post. And what I tried to do was sort of bring Brian's answers to life, because we did ask this the last pod. What's the goofiest thing you can do in someone's house to confuse them? Brian said remove the labels off the canned goods, which is why you'll see labelless canned goods in the picture.
That would be awful. Luckily, we only have 3 canned goods in our apartment. Because otherwise, I would be so mad about that. You're going for green beans or something like that, and you get peaches. What the hell am I going to do with this?
Well, see, if the less canned goods, I think, would be, because what if you have 1 soup, 1 peaches, and 1 cat food? Mean, they're all different size cans, so that's stupid. But you know what I'm talking about, though, right? They're all the same. You don't know what's what, and you end up with the wrong thing.
What am I going to do with this cat food? We don't even have a cat.
Such a great idea.
Awful.
Also, he said, flip the Alexa around, reprogram the Google Home or Alexa. So he says, so when they say, for example, hey Google, or hey Alexa, play some music, it shouts every single time, iRobot, iRobot,
oh my
iRobot.
Gosh.
Nice one, Brian. Nice.
That would be horrific. That would make me take the Alexa or Google thing or whatever and just throw it out a window and be like, nope, I don't even want this anymore.
So that's the
not even worth it.
That's the post you're looking for. Let us know what goofy things you can do in someone's house to confuse them, and whether I should open the gift or not before Christmas. Paul says probably not the goofiest thing, he says, but he always enjoys watching how people turn random furniture into chairs. or just
my gosh,
sit
yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
He says bookcase, no, chair.
Yeah, why not?
Dining table, chair. Kitchen counter, chair.
Kitchen counters are always chairs.
That's right.
Always.
That's right.
When you need more chairs, kitchen counter. That's just where you go.
Next
it just
thing
works.
you know, Paul, you'll be sitting right in the kid's high chair.
You know what would be a good
Chair.
Yeah. You know what would be a good thing to do to just confuse everyone is
What?
like move their pictures and wall decorations. Just move it from one spot to another.
Yes.
Like where there's one picture, put a shelf there instead, and then move the picture to where the shelf was or wherever you could interchange things. And if you can't, then just turn that object sideways.
I like it.
Yeah.
I also like going into the cupboard instead of removing labels, turning everything upside down.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
So you open the door. What the hell?
Like who did this?
Yeah.
Who took the time out to frickin' do this?
Everything.
Yeah.
Upside down. That's good one too, I think. And then Dorsey. Dorsey, good to hear from Dorsey. He says, change the language settings on the TV.
Oh my gosh, that's so mean.
So you go to hit menu to do something and you don't know how to get around.
Because you don't know the language.
Everything's in Italian or something like that.
Oh my gosh, that's brutal.
And then he says also adjust the toaster setting.
There you go.
If you're not paying attention, wham, toaster burnt.
No,
Or
absolutely.
it's done in 10 seconds, either way.
I always try to do that with the parental controls.
Yeah?
I wanted to do that to my parents.
To put the parental controls on.
Yeah, because my mom always watches the true crime shows and like the murder shows and all that, so I just wanted to block those channels.
I like it.
And then like my mom or my dad watches the news and gets all fired up, so I wanted to block those channels too. Because I was like, you know what? Now you can get fired up because you can't watch the shows that you want to watch because they're not good for you. Do something else. Go outside and play, mom and dad. You know.
Oh, I like it. So let's see what else we can come up with. You know, multiple answers are definitely welcome.
Yeah, I want a whole bunch more of these. Like these are fun.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. So let's see what we can come up with. Goofy things you can do in someone's house to confuse them, and also let us know if you think we should open the present before or on Christmas. Like, open it now or wait till Christmas.
Just say open it now. Come on, I just want to peek. That's all.
As always, leave your comments on the post on Luke and Naomi On-Air on Facebook. Don't forget to follow that page too, so you can get every awesome thing that we put up there, all our cool pictures and all the Facebook comments, and get alerts when we put up new episodes as well.
That's right. All right.
Got to wrap up a little bit early today so we can save Naomi's voice for next week.
Yeah, and hopefully next week it'll be back to normal. Hopefully by then, anyways.
Definitely.
All right, it's time. It's time for thought of the day.
Thought of the day, thought of the day. It's your thought of the day, thought of the day.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Mirrors don't break; they multiply.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Oh, I like that. I think I'm gonna need to think about that for 45 minutes before I come up with these jokes.
I don't have 45 minutes for you. I'll give you about 10 seconds. How about that?
Oh man, that's a good one. I like that
Yeah.
one a lot. All right, let's
Luke,
do it.
You gonna leave us with a laugh?
Yeah,
Okay.
Here we go. Let's see here. What kind of prize do you give someone who hasn't moved a muscle all year?
I don't know.
A trophy or atrophy.
Oh, that's awful.
I know, that
That's
was really
terrible.
bad. It looked better when I looked down at it. Mm-hmm. All right, finally. I am reading a horror book in Braille. Something bad's about to happen. I can feel it.
That's terrible. Perfect way to end a Halloween show, you know, but it's still terrible. One of your better ones, though. I guess.
Yeah, I like that one. That was pretty good. Again, the book is from Brian. Thanks to Brian in England for the book of dad jokes. A shitload of dad jokes to take a poo to by Ben D. Over.
That's perfect.
Thanks everybody for listening. Sorry for taking a week off. I know that was like 2 weeks in a row. Something every other, I don't know, whatever. We took a couple episodes off. Our bad. We're back on track. Thanks for listening. That'll be better next week.
Yes, it will.
We love y'all to death. Tell your friends. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and Google Play and everywhere you get the podcast.
Have a happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Talk to you next week.
Be here next week, yeah.
Have some fun this week and be excellent to each other.
Love you. Bye.